Welcome to Pressing Rewind, your source for all things retro. My name is Tim Nydell. I'm going to be your host for every single episode, and let me just tell you a little bit about our show. So we are a brand new YouTube channel here on, YouTube, dedicated to the love of all things retro, which means anything 20 years or older. So come along and join us as we go to filming locations of your favorite TV shows and movies, retro toy and video game hunting, Comic-Con trips. We're going to do some retro Twitch streaming of some classic video games. We'll do some mini documentaries, and one of my favorite things to do is celebrity interviews, which is something I've been doing for about 23 years now. In fact, here's a little clip of some of the people I've interviewed in those 23 years.
Toon killed his brother, dropped the piano on his head.
I must break you.
This certainly is the cup of the King of Kings.
Yes, I know that.
Don't eat like me, don't sit like me, do not smoke like me.
I guess one person can make a difference.
Hey, you, get your damn hands off. Oh.
But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you.
I am Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Nothing can take away these blues.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
And will you still call me Superman? Your thoughts are gone.
How did you find me, Superman?
Maybe we can still heal you.
These wounds won't seem to heal.
He's a little juice.
I'd like to invite you all in, but I really don't have anything to offer you guys except for frozen pizza.
And one of my goals for this channel is to never treat it like a typical YouTube channel, which means never using clickbait thumbnails, which is a huge, huge pet peeve of mine, and never telling you to hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button, because honestly, I think you're going to do that if you like what you watch. You know what I mean? I hate it when people constantly tell you to do that, because if you like what you're watching, you're going to do that anyways. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But I'm never going to dumb it down for you guys. I'm never going to make you guys feel like you're a kid watching a YouTube channel, because this is something I've been working on for 2.5 years, a little passion project of mine. I've been collecting set pieces for the set, which I'm super excited to show you. Actually, I might as well show you now. Let me show you real quick the set for Pressing Rewind. First off, all the lights on the set are controlled by this iPad. At the touch of a button, the lights all come on the set, and here is the logo that I actually 3D printed myself. It took a long time to do each one of the letters, but I think it turned out really, really great. Of course, right below it is Slimer from Ghostbusters, one of my favorite movies. To the left is the Pitbull from Back to the Future Part 2, another one of my all-time favorite movies. And just down is a gremlin wearing some 3D glasses. And then got McGruff and Alf sharing a popcorn bucket. And one of my favorites, the My Pet Monster in the Power Glove. Just above it we have the Freddy glove. And to the right of that we have Wicket, one of the Ewoks from Star Wars. And then right to the right of him, Greta Gremlin from Gremlins Part 2. And one of my favorite pieces, we have Raphael. One of the greatest comic book movies ever made, the 1990s movie of Ninja Turtles. I love that movie. And because I love to skateboard, I added a hoverboard from Back to the Future Part 2. And right behind Raph, I'm calling this my John Wick Super Soaker collection. And right here is where I'm going to be sitting for most of the episodes. I picked this seat up from a local movie theater of ours that closed down a couple years ago. And that's going to be where I'm going to be sitting. And right behind me, a little collection of some of my favorite retro pieces, including this Thundercat's sword that I picked up. Thundercats is one of my all-time favorite cartoons, so really cool piece to have behind me on the set. And just above that, I have my Masters of the Universe collection. I have a feeling a lot of the pieces I'm going to collect when I go toy hunting are going to be Masters of the Universe toys to add to my collection here. And then over here, a little plaque that I made of my dad, dedicating this space to him. Because honestly, wouldn't be who I am today without him. So a lot of the cool retro things that I loved are because of him. But as you can see, I put a lot of heart and thought into the set. And after the break, I'm going to show you more of the set and talk about our mascot, Jimmy.
Hey, we'll be right back after these messages.
We interrupt Pressing Rewind to bring you this message from Pressing Rewind. Do you want to help out with future episodes? Patreon is a safe and reliable way to help the further development of the show. For only $5 a month, your proceeds will help Pressing Rewind release exciting new content on a regular basis. And as a thank you for your donation, your name will be featured at the end of every video, including random supporters' names on the vintage menu board. Visit PressingRewind.com or the description below for more details.
And now back to the show with Tim Nydell.
Another part of the set I'm really excited about is this little town that I'm actually working on right now. Tim, why don't you tell everybody about the little town that you're building right here? Yeah, of course. So right now I'm just adding finishing touches to our little town here. This is our little tribute to Mr. Rogers. You'll be seeing it throughout a lot of the videos that we're going to be creating. Back here you'll find a lot of our favorite retro businesses that are no longer in business, like the Blockbuster, Toys R Us as we know it, Circuit City, and Radio Shack. This little tunnel we built back there is in honor of Back to the Future and also Roger Rabbit, which is why we put the dip down there. And over here, of course, Disneyland and the Money Bin from DuckTales. Castle Grayskull, and our little tribute to Back to the Future Part 3 right there. Got a Chuck E. Cheese, of course. And down in the front here, these buildings here have a lot of personal meaning to us. Right here is the house I lived in Reno when I was about 6 years old. And the house in Reno between 7 and 13 years old. And my house in Florida from 13 to 19. And then over here is the school that I attended in Reno in 4th and 5th grade. Right here is actually the 2 windows of my classrooms. Thank you so much for sharing it with everybody. Yeah, of course. I'm excited to show everybody what the town's going to be used for later on. And make sure to say hi to your wife for me, okay? And one last thing I want to talk about is good old Jimmy here. Full name is Jimmy B.K. Rewind. Little mascot that I created a couple years ago for the show. A little retro TV. The stuffed animal is not for sale. I made it for myself. But I do have these very limited edition pins that I'll be selling on the website. So make sure to check out the website at PressingRewind.com. Only 80 pins are going to be sold, so get them before they're sold out. But more about Jimmy here. Like I said, I created him as the mascot for the show a couple years ago, and you're going to be seeing a lot of him throughout every episode. I have animations, commercial bumpers, the intro that you've already seen, and in fact, he's actually voiced by legendary voice actor Brian Cummings, who you may know from DuckTales, from G.I. Joe. He was on Beauty and the Beast, Berenstain Bears, and much, much more. In fact, let's go join him while he's doing a recording session for Jimmy Rewind right now.
Hey, here's my pal. Here's my boss. Here's Timmy. Mr. N? Okay, here's my pal, Tim. We'll be right back. Or will we be fullback? I'm not sure. I don't know what position I play. Hey, we'll be right back with you know who? Tim Nydell. Got it? Good.
I guess that's about it, guys. That is Pressing Rewind in a nutshell. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for future episodes. In fact, the next two are going to be a little different from what I have planned. There'll be episodes where you can get to know me personally and what types of movies and vintage video games I enjoy. So hopefully you will tune in for future adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.